What in the world is coworking, and why does it matter in a town like Sandusky? Today, we're going to talk about three hot topics: coworking for tourism, coworking for community, and coworking frequently asked questions. This video is brought to you by Workspace in Sandusky, Ohio, a better way to work, offering $10 day passes with boatloads of amenities, several meeting rooms available for hourly bookings, and a content creation studio. Sandusky as a destination for tourists and visitors continues to unlock its potential, and there's two big roles that coworking plays in this. Number one, hospitality value, and number two, space for community. I'm going to dive into hospitality value first. This is huge for our area. We have Cedar Point, we have Sports Force Parks, Cedar Point Sports Center, Kalahari, all the other water parks, and the massive Great Lake, literally right in our backyard. When we're thinking of co-working, it kind of fits right in. It really solves the question of how do I extend my stay or elevate my stay. I remember being a kid and my dad was always trying to find ways to stay a day longer or do XYZ when we would go to Salt Fork State Park in Camden, Ohio, nowhere near here. But same example, there was always some sort of workaround with work or what does his schedule look like. A lot of parents are doing that, and you're planning that now, whether you're planning your Cedar Point trip, oh, my son's tournament is in August, you've got it figured out. You don't have to put in PTO, save that for something else, go on another vacation, and extend your stay in Sandusky or elevate what you already have going on. If you've got your son's tournament going on down the road, we're less than 2 miles away from Sports Force Parks. I'm just picturing someone in the current age planning their trip because I mean that what I'm talking about was 15 years ago. That's scary to think about. But just say you're planning it now. It's the digital age. People are going to bug you. You don't have a Blackberry. You are looking at Thursday night and you're looking at Friday before that tournament kicks off or before the weekend's in full swing and it's super busy everywhere. What if we could go get dinner? What if the kids could go do this? Oh, but I have to work. I have that call at 5. Do it at a co-working space. Think of it putting a workcation into your vacation. I don't know if that's a word, but I just made it one. I want to turn things a little bit more local now here for a second and look at who uses co-working in Sandusky that is a local. There are still remote workers in Sandusky. There's also business owners and creators and people just doing random things. And that's the perfect space for it. You don't have to sign up for any long term commitment if you want to get outside of your house. There was a big push post COVID for human connection. I know that I felt it. Maybe you didn't. If you didn't, I'm really happy for you. But while our goal is to support a local tourism industry that is booming and continuing to change, we're also here to support our neighbors and our family and our friends and anyone who might need space outside of their home, somewhere to meet other people, somewhere to make their social media content, anything. The amount of people I've met that are uh, in real life LinkedIn second, when you're looking at a LinkedIn profile and it'll say second, third, fourth, and it shows you how separated you are from somebody, most every person that walks in the door is second. And I realize we're in a small town, that's going to happen. But the connections that it adds, you have a familiarity with that person. And I bet anyone that you meet in here, you can somehow connect the dots of how your business lines up with theirs or how you know so and so. And that's, oh, that's how I know what you do. It's that simple, but it's really nice to hear that people are talking about these things and just seeing it. I want to give a couple examples here just of recent stuff that I've heard when I'm sitting and working. First one, we have a annual member here who sells printers and copiers. And then we also have someone who comes in just for day passes that runs a local international sports academy. It's actually what it's called, ISA. I don't even know how the conversation came up. I think I walked in right as it was starting, but the guy who sells printers and copiers is also a longtime local referee for basketball games and all that sort of stuff. Well, the International Sports Academy does basketball. It brings in students from high school and college students from 20 plus different countries around the world. When they're practicing and all that sort of stuff, some conversation must have come up that when they're training the referees, so back to the printer and copier guy, when they're training the referees, where do they train them and get actual game time where there's whistles and there's the clocks and there's the quarters and there's real life scenarios that you can't just make up. It just has to happen. Well, that's a merging of two things. Will not only elevate the program's practices, but then this local referee organization now has a place they can practice and real players and coaches and interactions that will only benefit then the local people in our area whose kids play local sports. Awesome. I am going to hop over to my laptop and pull up our frequently asked questions page, which, might I add, I just recently updated. So if you want to go see the full list, it's at workspaceandusky.com/FAQ. But it's been updated, it's much more user friendly, and it's beautiful. And I love it. So what's co-working? Let's get the big one out of there. It's a shared space. They come in various shapes and sizes with different offerings and amenities, but the main goal is that it's bringing together people from various industries, professions, walks of life into one space to work. Something unique to Workspace and Dusky is we have a very large open workspace called hot desking. Think of it like if you go to a coffee shop or if you go to the library, it is a hot seat. It's yours for the day. You can sit somewhere else the next day. You can sit all the way across the room a month later. Obviously, we are creatures of habit. So if you do come to us every once in a while, you will notice me and a lot of our monthly and annual members tend to sit in the same seats. It's just how life goes, but they're not assigned, so you can sit anywhere. And we have monitors, a printer and scanner, phone booths, little work pods, a fireplace lounge, office supplies, coffee bar, refrigerator, microwave, all the sort of things that you would see in an office, but you're not in your office. You're around a bunch of different people where those conversations that I was talking about can happen. Are passes and meeting rooms available after hours or on the weekends? 100%. Our co-working space is not confined to the normal 9 to 5 schedule, Monday through Friday. You can come after hours or on the weekends, but you have to have a pass or a room booked. If you've booked a day pass or a week pass and you want to come in on the weekends, you can do so, but you'll do it through our app. You get secure access that way. Yes, we have an app. Yes, I'll talk about it a little bit more. If you've booked a room, a meeting room, content creation studio, either one, you will have access to get in that space. Any door that needs to be opened will be unlocked when you need to be in here. Can I bring my kids with me? No. Children are not permitted in the co-working spaces. Obviously, if you are using our large event spaces for a team gathering or a movie night, yes, kids are going to be in here. But if you're here for co-working, no kids. What are my membership options? If you are at a monthly or annual level in anything to do with Workspace, you're a member, point blank. If you are in our hot desking space, your membership options are a monthly or annual plan. And if you are over on the right-hand side of our building, if you're looking at it when you walk in, you are either at a dedicated desk or in a private office. And those are all month to month. They are not a long-term lease, no long-term commitments, but it is month to month, which means you're a member as long as you pay. Thanks. It's time for the app. Our app is your access to everything if you're going to be a frequent user or a member. So, frequent user, if you are booking frequent day passes, or if you know you're going to need to use our small meeting room or the content creation studio pretty frequently, it's super easy to book it right on there. You can look at past bookings, you can look at past invoices. We have a whole news feed where I send out stuff, you can send out stuff. It's amazing. If you're a member, you need it because that is how you get access to your allowance hours. If you're at that monthly or annual level for anything, like I said, you get a specific amount of allowance hours to book any of our other rooms outside of whatever your membership is already for, whatever that membership plan already is giving you access to. But you can only redeem those hours if you are on the app. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope that you've stuck around this long because if you have, you're a real one and you're hopefully going to become whatever we figure out the frequent flyer miles version is of Workspace in Sandusky, Ohio, and just co-working in general. I'm going to look into it, I swear. But I really appreciate you. And I hope that this has been insightful to figuring out why are we here? Why are there co-working spaces in Sandusky? What is the point? What is the goal? They're not replacing anything. We love our local coffee shops. We love the library. We love all these institutions and infrastructures that already exist. It's just another option. It's just an alternative. It's just another added way that we can all get together and reformulate the way that we think about work and the balance of those two things. This has been Jessie Upford, the community manager at Workspace Sandusky, and we'll see you next time.